the oldest person that went on the trip, and I have seen some wonderful things happen in the Church of the Nazarene since I started BPC at the age of 19. But this trip truly showed me the power of the Holy Ghost. Amen. I talked to one of the ministers for a while, and he said, "Preacher, we have been taught to pray since we were that tall. And when we started praying to a God that's real, we found out something happened. Our lives were transformed." And that was the answer he gave me for the Holy Ghost revival. Amen. Is their prayer life. And I believe America needs to take a hold of that. Sure. Amen. Our prayer life is too lax. We do not spend the time. And I remember when we used to have a prayer and fasting program. When I started in the ministry, it was regular prayer and fasting. And give your noon meal on Wednesday to missions for the gospel of Jesus Christ. And Jesus told the disciples when they asked him, "Why couldn't we do this?" And he said, "Some things come only through prayer and fasting." That's right. And there are some people in America saying, "Why don't we have a revival like this?" And I think Jesus would say, some things come only through prayer and fasting. And it challenged my heart to pray and fast, trust God for the Holy Ghost revival that I've prayed for many, many times in America. And I still believe we can have it here.
My experience going with the group was touching, just like Una said. I still have a hard time talking about it. I came back and I gave my report, and I cried half of the time because what I saw there is I'm Native American, and I saw a lot of resemblance between my people and the people over there, even in the way they live. And the home structures and the floors and a lot of our remote areas are still like that. And I am thankful for the experience. You know, there are other people in the world that I can identify with, and that resemble me. We may be different colors on the outside, but I honestly believe that on the inside we all have the same heart. We all have the same heart. And there was something that was really, really special to me in this experience that I keep recalling. When we were on our way to the safari through Kenya, and remember that water line that people were digging by hand? We were driving through there, and I'm sitting in the back seat, and all of a sudden I recognized this place. I've been through there before, and I'm thinking, I've been here before. But and then, I'm thinking that, and everything looks familiar. And then I thought, I'm clear across the ocean. I'm in Africa. I had to remind myself where I was. And it just kept coming back to me. And I'm trying to think. My thought went back home, and I'm looking through the different places I've been, even in the United States. Where have I seen the sea before? Where have I've been here. I've gone through here with my husband. And it was just an odd feeling. And I came back to my people with that same report. I've seen that scene, but to this day, I still don't know where that was. And I believe that God has shown that to me, revealed it to me somewhere, somehow, maybe in my dream, that, you know, that I was going to see this place. And I praise the Lord, and I'm thankful to God. And my heart is for missions. I am totally sold out to missions.
One thing that you know how when we're all preparing for this and that kind of stuff, I had sort of jokingly, I said, you know, one of my life goals, you know how people are talking about, oh, before you die, you want to do whatever. I said I would love to praise the Lord on all the continents. Well, I'm thinking Antarctica's probably out, but you know, you never know. I don't know. You never know. But I was privileged last year to be on 4 of them, and so you know, I had just gotten back from Barcelona Jesusville in September, getting ready to go in October, and I'm thinking, okay, other than the fact that I really want to go to Africa, why am I going? I mean, why? And I thought about it as the trip was going on, and it just kept coming to me. Of whom much is given, much is required. Yes. Ooh, I don't know. What does that mean for me? I still don't know exactly. I don't know if it means money. You know, my district, I mean, we're not a rich district, obviously, but I don't know if it's the leadership part. I don't know if it's time. I'm not quite sure what that means exactly. But that's what kept coming back to me. Of whom much is given, much is required. And boy, if we saw the difference of what we have as opposed to what other people do not have, the vastness of that crevasse is overwhelming. And yet, we look at what we have, but where's our joy? And then you look at what they don't have, but their joy is so high. And it's sort of a disparity there, you know, and I don't know where it's going to lead or anything, but that's what God has told to me, is of whom much is given, much is required.
From the beginning to the end, and as I have shared with the various age groups on the district and in Faith Promises, it seems like the Lord has come and taught lessons or shared with me lessons that I could relate to that particular age group, from the children to the youth to the adults in Faith Promise. And I thank the Lord for all of this and how it just keeps coming back, you know, in this, and He brings this to me. But like so many have said here, it's been the part on prayer, which we wanted. It's been a lot. I had taught lessons on prayer before I went. I have done Bible study with prayer since I've been back. And now a group of the church has asked again that I do another lesson on prayer. But I've needed that myself as well. And this has added a new dimension to that. And Howie and Bev are coming to the district in July. So I've told some things, and I said, if this is not quite right, Howie can straighten it out. If I misunderstood. So they have lots of questions probably when you all come. And now I know where we can put him up and what we can have him to travel with. So we got it all worked out tonight. Thank you very much.